Hello friends and welcome back to this place. As you know that we are discussing error detection, and as I have earlier told you that error detection is all about practice. The more you practice, the more you will become familiar to the rules, and it will become easy for you to attempt question in exams. So today we are going to discuss a few more rules of subject verb agreement. As I have done already one video on subject verb agreement, and today I'm going to discuss a few more important rules in that. So here is the first one. The sentence say either he or I is going, and the second one says either he or I am going. So guys, in this I have used is with I, and in the second sentence I have used am. Now because I is a singular subject, is singular verb, and am is also singular verb, but in this the correct sentence will be the second one, that is either he or I am going. Why? Because the rule says when the subject joined by or nor are of different persons, the verb agrees in the person with the one nearest to it. So here see, either he or I am going. The one, which one is the nearest one, is I. So I have to use am because we use am with the I. So when the subject joined by or, here see I have used or, nor are of different persons, the verb agrees in the person with the one nearest to it. So you have to take care that which one is the nearest one. Let us move to the second one. Here I have written a sentence that is, the council has chosen the president. I will let you know one more sentence, that is, the military were called out. Now, if I talk about the first one, that is, the council has chosen the president, and the second one, the military were called out, which one will you consider as the correct one? Can you judge? Okay, let me tell you one thing. Here, council is a collective noun, right? And in the second one, military is also a collective noun. Actually, both the sentences are correct. Why? See, according to the rule, as you can see, I have written here, a collective noun takes a singular verb when the collection is thought of as a whole. Okay, means if I am considering any collective noun as a whole, means I am taking it as a complete entity, a plural verb when the individual of which it is composed are thought of. Means try to understand this. See, if I'm talking about council has chosen the president, in this case I am talking about council as a whole. I'm not talking about the single person here. But in the second sentence, the military were called out. Now in this military, I am talking about number of people, right, which by which military is composed of. So I have used were here, and I have used has here, because council here is being considered as a complete whole entity, and we are not thinking about the individual by which the council is composed of. But when I've said that the military were called out, here I'm talking about every person, every soldier. So a collective noun takes a singular verb when the collection is thought of as a whole, and a plural verb when the individual of which it is composed are thought of. Moving on to the third one. See, the chief with all his men were invited. And if I say the chief with all his man was invited. Now let us figure out the difference between these two. Here see, I have used his men, that is plural, and considering this plural, we have used were here. And in the next sentence, with all his men, I have used was. Why? Which one is the correct one? See, friends, the second one is the correct one, and the first one is the wrong one. Why? Here, the chief is a singular noun, and all his men are plural. That means, according to rule, words joined to a singular subject by with, together with, like with, together with, in addition to, or, as well as, etc., are parenthetical. So they do not affect the number of the verb. Means I have to look this chief. Okay, this is the main subject. So I have to use verb according to this singular subject. So the chief with all his men was invited will be the correct sentence. Let us move on to the next one. And the next sentence is I, who is your friend, will help you. And I have written the same sentence using I, who am your friend, will help you. Here, the difference lies here that here I have used is, and in next sentence I have used am. Rest of the sentences all same, right? Only difference is that here I have used is and here I have used am. So why? First of all, which one is correct? This second one is the correct one. Now why? According to the rule says when the subject of the verb is a relative pronoun, like who is a relative pronoun, care should be taken to see that the verb agrees in number and person with the antecedent of the relative. Means, see, who is a relative pronoun, and here I have used I. I is a singular. So I have to keep in mind that I have to use a verb according to this I. So here I am. Okay. I who am your friend will help you will be the correct sentence. So the thing is that these are very simple rules, but somehow when we are giving exam we are unable to understand and to detect the error, just because see, everybody knows the rule, but the thing is how many of you are practicing them on a daily basis. So with that note, let us move on to the next example. So here goes the last example for today, that is mathematics is a branch of study in every school. Or I can write mathematics are a branch of study in every school. Now I think you almost every one of you know that what is the difference here. This is and this is are. So and the which one is correct? See, it is very easy one. Mathematics is a branch of study in every school. Now, why I have used are here and why I have considered this one? See, some nouns which are singular in form but plural in meaning take a singular verb. How? See, because here S is here. See, we consider it as a plural word, but no. Actually, they are singular in form. So, we have to use is. Is, that is a singular verb. According to the subject-verb agreement, if my subject is singular, verb should also be a singular. So friends, mathematics is a branch of study in every school will be the correct one. So here I am ending the subject verb agreement, and because I have covered almost all the important rules which you will face, which you will gonna face in the examination, so I think it is almost covered now. In my coming videos, I'll be discussing more error detection rules based on some more other concepts. Till then, keep learning, keep watching.